What's up, guys? Kate Wilson. Today I'm gonna do a video response for the Lex Man on his video about who deserves to win the SmackDown Money in the Bank match between Dolph Ziggler and Cody Rhodes, because those two are like the favorites to win it all. I mean, unless Tyson Kidd comes out of nowhere, I would not be mad at all if that happened. But between these two, Dolph or Cody, I have to say that Cody Rhodes deserves it more than Dolph Ziggler, because now the thing is, I'm not a Dolph Ziggler hater. I've been a huge fan of him ever since he debuted as the character Dolph Ziggler. Nick and the Nemeth. But really, Dolph. I mean, it wouldn't really make sense for Dolph to win the Money in the Bank, because Dolph Ziggler has faced Sheamus multiple times. I mean, like I believe 4 times in singles matches, and then that other time when it was a triple threat between Sheamus, Dolph, and Alberto Del Rio for the world title. And pretty much, Dolph and Sheamus, they have great matches, and Dolph is a great competitor. He can sell very well, but I mean, he's lost to Sheamus so many times, broad kick after broad kick after broad kick after broad kick, and it's like, he doesn't look credible enough to win it. And if he does win Money in the Bank, then I don't think that's going to look good for him, because then he's going to cash it in, and he's not going to to me, he's not going to look like a strong world heavyweight champion. And I know that those few times where Dolph and Sheamus faced, it was build up towards the No Way Out pay-per-view for Sheamus to face Del Rio, but then we know Del Rio had that head injury, and so Dolph had to take him to place. But Dolph doesn't really look credible enough to win the World Heavyweight Championship, because he's lost to Sheamus so many times, and it's like, if he wins it, it's not gonna. I don't really think he's gonna be like a strong champion. I'm gonna feel like he's gonna be like Zack Ryder, where everybody's happy that he won, but then when he wins the world championship, let's see, like in 2 months, he's gonna lose it, and he's gonna lose that. Like I do believe that the fans aren't gonna really be into Dolph Ziggler if he wins the world title at all. And to me, with like compared to somebody like Cody Rhodes, who throughout the year has really built himself up to be a big mid carder and maybe a little above that, and the fact that he had a great run as the Intercontinental Champion, it was very lengthy. It was like 7 to 8 months, I believe. And he's been in some different feuds, and I think overall he's ready to be the World Heavyweight Champion, or to move up to that main event spot, because WWE, they need more main eventers, especially with heels. And Cody Rhodes, to me, I think he's been built up right enough to win the Money in the Bank. And they could start a feud with him and Sheamus. Why not have a feud with Sheamus and Cody Rhodes instead of seeing the same thing with Sheamus and Dolph Ziggler? I mean, we've just seen that match over and over again, and then not even once Dolph Ziggler has won, and not even like as a heel win where he grabbed the title, so Victor Guerrero was a distraction and Dolph hit him with the championship belt or something like that. But no, Dolph has been losing to Sheamus consistently, and right now Dolph doesn't really look like a threat to Sheamus to win the world title at all. And I saw some people in the comment section of your video, the Lex Man, where people were talking about, oh, Dolph's been there longer than Cody Rhodes, and he's been there for 6 years. Yeah, it is true that Dolph Ziggler has been there for 6 years, but I don't think that's really a good reason to why Dolph should win the Money in the Bank, because Cody Rhodes has been with WWE since, I believe, 2007, so it's like around like 5 years that Cody Rhodes has been with WWE, and that's kind of like a little over than a year difference between Dolph and Cody. So I don't think that's a really good reason why I see so many people saying that Dolph's been there longer and all that stuff. I mean, I would like to see Dolph Ziggler to win, be a world champion, be that main event status. He should be by now, but I mean, he doesn't look credible enough as a champ. It's credible enough to become a world champion, because he's lost so many times to Sheamus, and it's gonna look weird if he cashes in the Money in the Bank on Sheamus and wins. This doesn't feel right. Doesn't make any sense. And I think Cody is well developed, more polished as a wrestler, that he, can go and take this main event spot and be a future world champion, win the Money in the Bank first, and then be world champion later on. I think it's his time. And and honestly, I really see Dolph Ziggler being winning the Royal Rumble next year. Like that should be the Royal Rumble winner for next year's match. Dolph Ziggler. Like if they build him up right, have him in different feuds, actually win some matches instead of just always doing the job to somebody and losing like 1, 2, 3 all the time. Like let him have a few wins, and during that build up, he'll win the Royal Rumble, and later on, win the WWE title, whatever. But yeah, so overall, I just think Cody Rhodes is ready. he's more of a new guy, new heel to, take the stage in the main event spot and just try something new, because I've been hearing a lot of people, they're tired of the same old shit with WWE, and I do agree too. And seeing the same matches, the same people in the same spot, and we just seen too much of Dolph Ziggler. Like, I think he needs to take a step back and later on let reevaluate himself, rebuild Dolph Ziggler to later on so when he can win the title. Because I always see that Dolph Ziggler can win the WWE title so that they can kind of expunge that World Championship win that he had, when he was given the belt and he had like one of the shortest title reigns. It was like, what, 20 minutes he had the belt? But overall, I do believe that Cody Rhodes deserves it more. I think he's about his time, and that Dolph just needs to take a step back for a few months perhaps. But yeah, I do believe Cody Rhodes deserves to win the Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. And yeah, so leave your guys' thoughts below on what who you think deserves it more. I believe it's Cody. And I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching the video.